So the storyline in the plagues sequence is reaching a climax. Satan has been exposed. He blasphemed the name of God in heaven. Now he's got all the lost people not only worshipping him, but now they are also blaspheming the God of heaven, his name in particular. They're blaming God for what Satan was doing to them, blasphemy, and in the process, slandering, misrepresenting the name, character, representation of God. And now God says, enough is enough. All the lost are worshipping the devil now. But now they're also blaming me falsely for what he's doing to them. There's no point for this saga to go on anymore. It looks like Satan has achieved his goal until the next plague. God intervenes and he throws it all into reverse gear. Let's pick it up from verse 9 and go into verses 10 and 11. It says this. I'm reading from the New King James Version. They blasphemed the name of God who has power over these plagues, and they did not repent. They didn't change their minds. They were resolute. God, you're inflicting us with pain. You're a bad God. They blasphemed his name. They impugned his name. They slandered his character, his reputation. They would not repent. Repent means they would not change their mind. That's what repent means. So there's no point for this to go any further. It looks like Satan has achieved his goal and God says, enough is enough. Then Satan's kingdom is thrown into darkness. His very throne is attacked. Let's keep reading on to the fifth plague in the New King James Version. Look what happens. The fifth angel then, after everyone's blaming God and attacking God's character, the fifth angel poured out his bowl on the throne of the beast. Wow. Those who worship the beast and were worshipping the dragon, they're now throne of the beast, not the people. The beast is now attacked. God's intervening. The fifth angel poured out his bowl on the throne of the beast, and the kingdom, his kingdom, was plunged into darkness. Darkness hits the throne of the beast. And those in the kingdom of the beast, those with the mark of the beast, look what they do as a result of this darkness. People gnawed their tongues in anguish, and they blasphemed the God of heaven for their pain and their sores, and again, they did not repent. They're blaming God. And now they connect it with sores. How can darkness produce sores? No. This is echoing the first plague, where they were already hit with sores. This just shows you that this is one connected, joined continuum. It's one storyline. All the plagues are all intermixing now to show you this one story unfolding and unpacking. Look at the reference to sores in 16:2 in the New American Standard Bible. So darkness hits the kingdom of the beast, those with the mark of the beast, and now they're blaspheming God for the pain of their sores. The sores are mentioned back in the first plague. Look, 16:2 NASB. So the first angel went out and poured his bowl on the earth, and a harmful and painful sore afflicted the people who had the mark of the beast and worshipped his image. So the first and the fifth plagues are connected. It's one unfolding storyline. They're blaming God for what the devil was doing to them, and therefore slandering his name, his character, his reputation on the throne. So God says, enough is enough. It's time to call a spade a spade. Looks like the devil got what he wanted. And now, Satan's kingdom, the throne, is attacked. Where did the beast get his throne from? 13:2. Look, English Standard Version, look. And to the beast, the dragon gave his power, his throne, and his great authority. Wow. The beast got his throne from the dragon. So when the beast's throne is attacked, Satan's throne is attacked. Satan now is coming undone as darkness hits his rule through the beast, and now this darkness is confusion, disarray. Satan's rule and his plan is now imploding. It's imploding. And look at the next event in the 6th plague. What happens when confusion and darkness hits the followers of those who are worshipping the devil? What happens? The next event. The 6th angel, 1612 ESV, the 6th angel poured out his bowl on the great river Euphrates. Huh? What's the river Euphrates being struck got to do with all this? Oh, it's very important. What happened when the Euphrates, first Satan's kingdom, his throne is hit into darkness, his throne. And then the people in the kingdom, they're thrown into darkness and they're still blaming God and they wouldn't repent. So God says enough is enough. And then the river Euphrates is hit, it's struck, and what happens? And its water was dried up. Its water was dried up. And that follows darkness and confusion in the kingdom. What is the Euphrates about? This is what it's about. Babylon sits on the throne of the beast, with the beast and the dragon, and it sits on, literally Babylon in Iraq, sits on the river Euphrates. To attack the Euphrates is to attack Babylon. This is connected with the darkness. Drying up the river Euphrates is the direct result of darkness on Satan's throne. How? That's where we're going. God is intervening. Next.